You need to hear this. Number 11. Hi, y'all. APG Jamie here. And if you have thoughts and ideas and things and topics you may want me to look into that I've not already discussed, okay, comments, description box below. Otherwise, let's talk about stalled and abandoned. Oh, did I tell you who I was already? See, I've already lost my train of thought. Hey, y'all. APG Jamie here. Stalled and abandoned. Do you have work in one of these states? Have you tried to figure out why? I think I have. Well, sort of. Mostly. The other day, this could have been the other year, I had lunch with a friend. And we enjoyed a lively conversation, and we fixed the world. Y'all know y'all do it too. Then we talked of art, our work that we'd each been doing, and how sometimes a piece we're working on, doing whatever, becomes abandoned. Or worse, it's tossed in the bin, in the garbage, in the old trash can even. I recalled the last time that happened with me. The piece sat over on an easel for nearly 3 months. I'm serial, y'all. It was getting dust on it. I knew I wouldn't start the next canvas because, it doesn't matter if you're working on scant canvas or in an art journal, on a flat page, on a sculpture, on an artist trading card or a postcard. It doesn't matter, okay? I knew I wouldn't start the next one until I'd finished that ugly thing. Now, for some of y'all might start the next thing and just toss that one in a box, and then, you may or may never ever get back to it, and that's okay too. But, so back to that lunch. We started throwing out ideas to each other why we do this. And then, bam, it forehead smacked me. I figured out that if I end the day at an ugly stage, because most artwork sometimes does typically go through an ugly stage. Not as a rule, but as a rule. There are no rules. Okay. Then when I come back the next day, I'm disheartened, sort of let down. Sadness fills me. And I leave the poor piece to wallow in its own pool of where do I go from here, as it covers too quickly, too slowly with dust. So fortunately, now I have a plan. When it's close to quitting time for the day, I try to decide, will it be okay to stop at this stage? Do I currently find this piece to be ugly? Or is it just okay? If it's the latter, I go ahead and start cleaning up. Otherwise, I do a little more work until it looks better. A lot of art goes through an ugly stage, but you can work through it. Okay, so an ugly is a loose term, meaning it's not as nice as we want it to be. Okay? It doesn't have to technically, theoretically be actually ugly. All right. So, art. Who knew it was an inner journey? Cliche. A travel through your own ticking self. An examination of your motives of whys and whereofs. In the end, creating art should make you happy from the inside out. So the moral of this story, don't end your day's work in an ugly stage. This is what works for me, okay? I don't know if it'll work for you. It's what works for me. And I guess that's like the old marriage saying that says, don't go to bed angry with your partner, okay? How about you? Do you know why your projects stall or become abandoned? I challenge you to think about this. Talk about it. Talk about it with yourself. Talk about it with your friends. Talk about it online. Leave it in the comments. Perhaps someone else can help. Perhaps I can help. You just never know where it's coming from, all right? Speak the words out loud and listen to what you say. There's an answer for you. Who knows? Maybe you won't have any more stalled and abandoned art. But if you do, that too isn't the end of the world. And I won't be judging you either. And you don't be judging you either, because perhaps that work, that thing that you've only partially done, was enough to create your inner happy. So go ahead and let it go. If it wasn't enough, see if you can finish that bit. Okay? Thanks for watching. And happy artin', y'all.